question. I ask myself that a lot. Well, fortunately for you this time, I have an answer. Bone conduction. What is bone conduction, you may ask? And as a fellow who is proficient in the art of Googling, I'll tell you. Bone conduction is the conduction of sound directly to our inner ear, primarily through our skull. Technically, everything we hear is through bone conduction because first it hits our eardrum, then passes through our middle ear, and then hits our inner ears. However, through bone conduction, what we allow for is our bones in the skull directly transport the vibrations into our inner ear. So the sound bypasses our eardrums and directly goes to our inner ear. Allow me to demonstrate. So what I have done right now is I have attached a piece of string to my violin. So I hold this with a level of tension between my teeth. And I strum. Wait, the problem is I can't really make out if it's coming from outside or inside, so I'll close my ears. Now I'm leaving the line slack. Now it's taut. There is a difference in the level of sound when it's slack and taut, but I'm thinking of a way to convince you that how to show you that this is the effect. So I'm going to try to hold it against my mic now. Alright, this is a taut string, and this is without the string. Make out any difference? I hope so, because there is a difference, however subtle, but by the end of the video I'll hopefully be able to convince you of the phenomenon of bone conduction. Even Beethoven is said to have taken advantage of this effect by biting down on a rod connected to his piano. This is a DC motor. Now I can make this motor turn clockwise or anti-clockwise depending on the way I connect the terminals. And these motors can be used to create a very tiny vibrations which can be perceived by placing the shaft of the motor in my mouth. Now comes my best part. Time to rip open a speaker. Let's go. It works. Looking at the board, you can probably tell the speakers are connected to these points right here. So this is where any music is going to come out from. So I'm going to give the motor the exact same inputs as what the speaker gets. Trust me on this. So how I do that is by the speakers get their music from these 2 points. Their music or whatever voltage powers them, they get from these 2 points right here. So I'm going to be touching these 2 wires to the exact same point, like so. I've got this in my mouth, and now, what the heck? It's like the music is in my brain. Okay, take a listen. I'm not sure how well the audio of the speaker is heard on the mic, but now I'm going to place the motor against the mic instead. Hear that? Whoa. Problem is, I can hear just fine. Maybe I should phrase that differently. So the sound which comes from the normal channels, which is the way we normally listen to a song, which is through our eardrums, is much louder than the vibrations which come through my teeth into my inner ear. So in order to avoid that, I'll entirely remove the speaker component and just have only motors. During this whole process, I did something wrong. I'm not sure what, but this would cost me later on. Well, the chip kind of completely burnt out. I don't know, probably a short circuit or something. This part is what we call an amplifier. It's what makes speakers loud. So, I ripped apart a thing which I use generally in robots to run the motors. And hopefully, I don't know, I'll wire it up and see if it works. If it doesn't work, well, you won't see this. Well, it's 3 a.m. and I really want to finish this project. So in a last ditch effort, I'm gonna try to take this remote control car, salvage some parts and see if I can do anything with it. So then after a little bit of So after all of that crazy work, I'm happy to announce it's alive. The abomination works, but just works a little too hard. Watch this. See, it's not really music, it's just... But if I hold it between my teeth, I can hear the music. Wait, just a second. Check this out. Hear that? But this still spins though. Gotta do something about this. Well, if you're still not clear of how it works, what is happening here is the motor is spinning and that causes a small vibration. This vibration can be perceived as sound. So to stop the spinning problem, I did a little bit of searching.
What am I supposed to do?
High pass filter.